Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of Fireside. It's cool outside. Fireside has that smokiness of the Lapsang tea. So good guys. I hope you're hanging out with me with your cup of tea or maybe a cup of coffee or, as I always say, something harder. Depends on what part of the planet you are on. And we always say that it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Well, it's not 5 o'clock here. We're really early in the morning and I have my tea. Anyways, we're just going to hang out a little bit and just chat. Nothing crazy today, but I just have something that I want to talk to you guys about. Was I saw this article come out and I want to get your thoughts on it. Basically, it has to do with Canon going forward with purging all of their EF lenses. Basically, discontinuing their entire line of EF lenses. And what do I think about it? Is this really happening? Is it not? Does it matter? Why should you care? So we're going to get into that. But before I do, go over to my website, jcristina.com/ebook. Pick up that ebook. It is free. All right, free. Can't beat that. 10 tips at making tack sharp images. There's something there for everyone. It doesn't matter if you are an amateur, a pro-am, or a professional. You're going to learn something. And once again, it's free. jcristina.com/ebook. Also, I have to say, because a lot of you have been asking me if they're back in stock. They are. I do have all of the Aurora Camera Care cleaning products back. So that is the Aurora microfibers as well as the Aurora camera sensor as well as lens cleaning kits. So if you're looking to clean your sensor on a Micro Four Thirds, on an APS-C, or on a full frame, I have a kit for you. I designed those in a way that allows you to clean your sensors safely, easily, quickly, without any fuss, all right? No mess, no guessing on how much cleaner to use, what's safe, what's not safe. Each kit has both dry as well as wet, and there's 5 sets. You can clean your sensors 5 times for a really cheap price, okay? But high quality, that's the main thing, and safe. So go check those out. If you need to clean your sensor, especially with mirrorless today, those sensors get dirty. Check it out. Once again, Aurora Camera Care. You can find them over on my website, jcristina.com, or you can go to B&H Photo, or you can go to Amazon, wherever you want to pick them up. But check them out. Anyway, so getting into this purge, this came through Canon rumors, and I believe F-Stoppers talked about it also, and it had to do with them discontinuing EF glass. And is that the case? And the answer to that is yes, it is the case. They're going to slowly discontinue older glass. Now, are they purging all EF glass? No, they're simply not. The one that they pointed out was the EF200 F2. What was really cool about it is it had that rear drop-in filter. So if you want to throw an ND in there, you could, and it's after all of the glass just before your sensor. So it worked out really well. And like I said, it is IS, it's image stabilized. The price on it was about $5,700. So this is expensive glass. It's being discontinued. This unit came out in 2008. So it is an old piece of glass. This is not brand new. So seeing them discontinue it is not really that big of a deal. Okay, there's going to be a lot of glass that gets discontinued that's even older than this. But this was originally came out way back in 1988. It was like the first version, the 1.8. And then in 2008 is when this version that's being discontinued came out. Now what they were saying was that all of the EF glass is going to be discontinued and this purge is now on the way. Now, while I don't disagree with this, they're citing once again this 200 millimeter, and they're also taking a look at possibly glass like an 800 millimeter f5.6. There's a lot of these older, longer, expensive lenses that will slowly go away as they are replaced with RF glass. But, should it matter to you? And this is where I want to get into this a little bit deeper. because a lot of people are looking at EF glass as, I don't want it because now we're in this new mount, this new RF mount, and I don't want to get any old lenses. I want to get the new lenses because they are slightly better, slightly crisper. Is that a word? Crisper, sharper, more crisp. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? But does it matter? And what is the price difference? I think that there is going to be a run on old glass. As we see RF lenses become more and more expensive, as Canon comes out with new glass that's very similar to old glass, I think that used market is going to boom. Now, why do I say that? Well, Canon came up with an adapter that just kicks ass, right? Their EF to RF adapter is just amazing. That adapter, when it came out at the very beginning, when the EOS R came out, just did the trick, and it did it well. Why do I say that? Well, adapters of old, they had optics inside of them, and you ended up losing some light. There was some issues with possibly autofocus, image stabilization, and all kinds of other stuff. There was always a negative side to adapting a lens. Whereas when Canon came out with this adapter, there was like no negatives, all right? The thing had absolutely no optics inside, so you didn't lose any light at all. Autofocus works perfectly, without fail. You have IS, your image stabilization, works perfectly, no fail. Once again, there's no optics in there, and it's 100% dust and water resistant, water sealed or whatever, so you can use it in the rain. So there's really very little reasons not to adapt EF glass to your R bodies. The only negative side effect here is you have a little bit extra, let's say, on that lens. You end up with about maybe a ½ inch for that adapter, maybe less. That's really it. So I can see this in the future as Canon discontinues lenses, and professionals look at it and say, well, that's discontinued, but that's still a really good piece of glass. And I would have spent 10 grand for it, and now it's only 4 because people want to get rid of it. And I think there's going to be a lot of people buying those lenses. It makes sense. The adapter is $100. That's it. 99 bucks. Why not? Right? Why not? You're talking about getting a good value. And this is one of the things that I'm always talking about, value. Today we're in the era of value and price and what do I get for my money? And if I'm not getting what I think I should be getting, I don't buy it. Okay? That's why a lot of cameras aren't doing as well, especially when it comes to consumer cameras. Why is that? The value is not there. The ROI is not there. Your return on investment is not there. Why? Because you're going to get similar type of production with your iPhone these days or a Samsung for basic shots. Okay, you can't compare, obviously, a high-end consumer-based camera to an iPhone, but most people will find an iPhone good enough for their snapshots. And that's why they don't carry a consumer-grade, smaller camera in their pocket anymore, right? Once again, it goes to value. And I really do think a lot of photographers are going to find value in these EF lenses as they become discontinued. Now, what I found interesting too is after they did this whole article, at the very end there was an update. And that update was Canon, I guess, reaching out to them and basically stating that that Canon EF 200mm f2 IS USM lens that is now discontinued, that came out back in, 2008. It is being discontinued, but they're saying that they're going to continue service on that lens to December 31st, 2027. So you're looking at another nearly 7 years on top of this, 6+ years for that lens. So if you go and today buy a Canon EF 200mm f2 because you love it, you'll be okay for the next 6 years. You don't have to worry about it. And the point also is after that 6 years is up and it is December 31st, 2027, and it's 12 midnight and your lens fails and you have to call them on January 1st, 2028, guess what? As long as they still have some parts, they're going to be able to fix it, even though it's past that time frame. They're going to continue to fix that lens until they're out of parts. And the thing is a lot of lenses are agnostic inside of them. There's a lot of reuse of the exact same components over and over and over. All right, so obviously they're going to be different from an RF, but there's a lot of EF lenses that will be very similar internally, and they'll be able to use those. So even when the 2027 deadline comes, you'll probably still be okay for another few years. So, in my personal opinion, I think that there's going to be a lot of professional photographers and amateur photographers that don't want to spend the RF money, because we know any lens that you buy that's an RF brand new lens is expensive. They're commanding a premium. That's what Canon does. They've always done it. Their lenses are good, but you pay for it. That's it. That's why a lot of people want to see third party made available. Nikon, Canon, yada, 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 like Sony. Because we always want to use third party for specific use cases. Obviously, if it's something big and it's a project and you're shooting professionally, you're getting paid a lot of money for doing it, buy the good glass. Save yourself some time and money after the fact in post-production by getting it tack sharp, let's say, dead on, or exactly the way you need it, right, in camera. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that the purge is happening, as they call it? Or do you think it's kind of nonsense, all right? Or do you think the purge is happening, but it doesn't really matter, as I do? What do you think about it? What do you think? If you have a EOS R or R5 or R6 or a future R1 or whatever you have, would you be tempted to buy an EF lens, or would you only buy RF going forward? What do you think? All right, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you think. I want you to tell me, what do you think about these converters, these adapters that Canon came out? Were they almost a means of shooting themselves in the foot? Because they're too good. Because we know people look at it and say, I lose a stop of light with this adapter, or my autofocus is not as quick anymore, or my IS, my image stabilization, doesn't work. I'm just going to get the RF lens. Well, that's not the case, right? That is not the case. So what do you think? Anyways, in the comment area below this video, let's have this discussion. When we're done talking down there, go over to our community Discord server, our creative Discord server that we created for all of us to hang out. There's hundreds of you over there, thousands actually, worldwide, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, talking tech, photo, video. Go over to community.jcristina.com. Once again, community.jcristina.com. And if you like this video, even in the least, think about giving it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Subscribe to the channel so you get all of my videos when they come out, or if I go live, you're notified of it, especially if you clicked on this little bell icon. So do it. Also, if you haven't downloaded that ebook as of yet, go pick it up over at jcristina.com/ebook. And you've been asking me, how can you contribute to the channel? And I appreciate you guys for it. Just simply click this little button down here where it says join. You'll become a member. You'll be able to give us $1, $2, whatever you want per month, and I can give you perks for doing so. All right? It's a nice way of doing this give and take thing. I don't like just putting a PayPal and say, throw me some money if you get an opportunity or a want or a desire. I like to be able to give. Always giving. Anyways, head over to my website over at jchristina.com where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. And for getting to the end of this video, use promo code YT20 at checkout. Once again, promo code YT20 at checkout, and you will get 20% off everything in your shopping cart. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a focus pyramid. It could be some of these Aurora Camera Care products. So you can clean your sensor. Don't have a dirty sensor, guys. Don't have a dirty sensor. You don't want to go there in post-production and delete all of these dots in your sky because of dust and dirt and stuff. Just clean it. Once again, promo code YT20 at checkout. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe and stay healthy.